stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing for a moment of silence.
Coming up on today's show, we share a new C-SPAN documentary.
And we have several important announcements. Get ready because RNE-TV Live starts now. Good morning, Cavs. Today's Monday, January 30th, 2023. I'm Lillian Morosevich.
And I'm Zoe Beecraft. Today is National Bubble Wrap Day.
Let's get right to today's announcements. The Media Center would like to help you boost your vocabulary power by sharing an ACT vocabulary word of the day. Today's word of the day is depict, which means to show or represent. For example, Chadwick Boseman depicted the Black Panther character in the big screen movie. This week's Cavalier Student of the Week is being awarded to a member of the junior class. Your Cavalier Student of the Week is Deshaun Blake. Deshaun earned CCR status by scoring well on the ASVAB Career Assessment. Juniors can earn CCR status by taking the ASVAB, the ACT on March 7th, the SAT on March 22nd, or through work-based learning anytime. Class of 2024, are you ready for CCR? Deshaun is. Congratulations, Deshaun. Boys soccer tryouts are today and tomorrow at 4:30 on the soccer fields behind the football stadium. Any students interested in soccer conditioning prior to the tryouts should contact Coach Daniels at damondaniels@balself.net. Girls soccer tryouts are January 30th through February 1st from 4:15 to 6 on the stadium field. Come ready to play. For more information, contact Coach Mills at jmills@richmond2.org. Football conditioning is happening now. People that are interested in playing, please email Coach Wilson or come to the stadium at 4:15. Conditioning will be Monday through Thursday. Boys tennis practice is after school at 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday on the tennis courts. If you have any questions, please contact Coach Domino at dominobulware@gmail.com or Coach Kennedy at lkennedy@richland2.org. Softball conditioning is happening now at RNE on the softball field Monday through Thursday from 4:15 to 6:15. Tryouts are today from 4:15 until 6:15 and tomorrow at the same times. Athletes must have all paperwork uploaded to Big Teams, formerly known as Planet HS. The Literary Magazine is now accepting art and writing submissions. Art submissions include 2D, 3D, photography, and digital artwork. Writing submissions include poems, short stories, fiction, and nonfiction, as well as song lyrics. QR codes for the submission form are posted around the school as well as in teachers' classrooms. If you have any questions, please contact Dixie Johnset at 100-38741@richmond2.org. Are you enrolled in a 2-year college, 4-year college, technical school, or trade school? Are you enlisted in any branch of the military? Are you currently employed? If so, the school counseling department wants to celebrate you. All you have to do is email a picture of yourself with your college acceptance letters, with your military recruiter, or at work in your uniform, and we will celebrate you on our social media platforms. Please email your pictures to ysmith@richland2.org by Monday, February 6th. We will be right back after this break.
Welcome back. If you are in the 9th or 10th grade interested in a program that can help prepare you with soft skills you need for college and career, looking for a program that will help you prepare to take higher level courses while you are still in high school, and looking for a positive environment in school, then Avid is the place for you. Applications for the 23 through 24 school year are now open until March 4th, 2023. Apply today at rne-avid.org/application. If you have any questions, please contact Ms. Eswood or stop by room B206. Attention seniors, an admissions recruiter from Midlands Technical College will be on campus today during first and second lunch in the College Center A109. The recruiter will help seniors apply to Midlands Tech and answer any admission questions. Email Mrs. James at cjames@richland2.org. Build a Better World and STAR are sponsoring a Valentine's for Senior Citizens project. You can help brighten the day of our senior citizens by making homemade cards just for them. Several classes are already participating, but you can also participate by coming to the Media Center during lunch and making a card. You can also host a card making party with your family and friends and include others in on the fun. All cards must be turned in to Mrs. Brown in the Media Center as soon as possible, but no later than February 8th. Please place all plastic bottles, aluminum cans, and paper in the blue recycling bins in your classrooms or green rolling bins in the halls. Make sure the bottles and cans are completely emptied. Don't place any food in the bins, don't bag items, and all contents must be loose. Teachers are responsible for emptying blue bins, recyclables, into green bins. Green bins are emptied every other Tuesday or when full. The College Center is sponsoring a free college tour for seniors to Allen University and Benedict College on Wednesday, February 15th. The bus will leave from RNE at 8:50 a.m. and is scheduled to return by 12:30 p.m. Permission forms are available in the College Center, room A109, and in the senior Google Classroom. Deadline to return permission forms is today by 1:30 p.m. Please contact Mrs. James with any questions. PCA dance auditions for the Prince of Egypt Ballet are Wednesday during first and second lunch in the dance room. Please come to whichever lunch block fits your schedule. Please wear dance clothes such as leotards, tights, and leggings, and bring ballet or jazz shoes. The College Center is sponsoring a free application for Federal Student Aid, FAFSA, and Scholarship Help Night for seniors. The Help Night is Thursday, February 9th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the Media Center. College financial aid experts will help seniors and their parents complete and submit the form. Scholarship information will also be available. Seniors can register for the event in their Google College Center classroom. For questions, please contact Mrs. James at cjames@richland2.org. Every year, RNE-TV completes documentaries for the C-SPAN Student Cam Documentary Contest. Students were asked to produce a 6-minute documentary using C-SPAN footage addressing a theme. This year's theme was, if you were a newly elected member of Congress, what issues would be your first priority and why? Today's documentary was produced by Everett Joyner, Tavion Cooper, and Curtis Dowdle, and addresses the topic of black male graduation rates.
I ain't planning my life past 21, and now the kids now are not planning their life past 17.
A lot of parents, if you don't bridge that gap, and if the gap isn't bridged, you lose the child.
Let's say we have two separate ideas, here represented by two disconnected pieces of land. When we want to connect these ideas, we have to find a median or a common ground. For example, a bridge.
And that's where we are right now. When we look at how separated the education system is from the minority community, we have to find a way to pull it together, hence bridging the gap. Minority dropout rates significantly increase, affecting the graduation rate of minority students, a very fast decreasing number.
The graduation rate of black students have always been one of, if not the lowest percentage every year. The first problem was why black students were always finishing at the bottom of the graduation rates every single year. Black students would always finish in the 70th percentile, while everyone else would be in the 80s and 90s. Now, the new area of concern is not only are black students finishing last, but even that number is steadily decreasing. After a slight rise in 2020 due to COVID and how easily accessible school was from home, we see that number start to dip back down, even more than before 2020.
One of the main reasons why this number is consistently low is due to the large amounts of attendance issues across the student population. Many schools have a failed absence policy where if you don't attend enough class, no matter your grade, you're going to fail. This leads to a lot of students failing out regardless of the actual education.
If your attendance is messed up, sort of say in elementary, then you get to middle school, and you get to high school, you eventually stop coming to school.
If there were resources for how to manage truancy and attendance, we might see a change in culture, but again, that change in culture doesn't happen if it always feels like the school and teachers are always at odds with the parents.
Now, the reasons as for why black students always finish last and how this already underperforming number is continuing to drop can be sprawled across a number of different ideas. You can blame the internet, the music industry, the surroundings, the parenting or lack thereof, as well as a whole list of pondering items. But one major area of concern is the mindset. Now, yes, the things previously mentioned do have a large impact on the mind of a young, easily influenced adolescent. But what will it take to break the mold and allow one to have enough self-motivation to want to finish school? When we look at the different upbringings of two students, it's like a natural, stereotypical barrier is placed in between the two. We naturally like to believe one is smarter, more responsible, or even better than the other, which causes us to try and shift our focus to the other because we think they aren't able to keep up or do the things that everybody else can. Not only the student's already self-draining mindset, but this poor mindset carried on by everybody else puts this imaginary weight on their backs that they aren't able to because we are already counting them out.
We have too many teachers who come into the classroom and frankly just think less of kids of color, think kids of color don't have the same capacity to learn to the same degree that white students have.
That academic band-aid of, oh, they can't read, they can't write, they can't do math, and not looking at maybe if they felt a little better about themselves.
Outside factors like parents, teachers, and things like that cause the insecurity within and makes them believe that even though they have the capabilities and they may be smart enough, may be capable enough, it starts to manifest inside them that maybe I can't do this.
Maybe if they could see a light at the end of the tunnel, they really might feel different about school itself.
At some point, we do have to realize that school isn't for everybody, but that doesn't mean we give up on them. Now, there are multiple ways to still get an education with easy access, such as a GED, night school, or homeschool. There are also many alternatives to traditional college, such as trade school, online school, or simply enlisting or getting a job. But we can't just let the chips fall where they may. We have to push these things out there.
South Carolina Senator John Scott says these programs put out by the government can help students continue to stay actively involved.
So if we brought these kids back with the like of broadband, other kinds of educational tools they could use and stay at home until either they had finished their time as relates to probation and others that the system have given them, but still be able to keep up.
One, we have to find ways to meet them where they are. Two, we had to give them reasons to want to be here every day, but also three, reasons to stay.
This is our opportunity to stand together as athletes, as parents, as mentors, and as leaders in our communities to show our young men and boys of color with our action that we are behind them and that their success matters.
As a newly elected member of Congress, I would bring attention to more alternative schooling programs, the low attendance rate and what we can do to decrease it, as well as simply changing the mindset of others around us so more of my brothers and sisters can stay in the classroom and walk across the stage with me. We have two completely separate sides of the spectrum that will need plenty of work done in order to get them to gel as one.
And once we find a way to co-adhere these two sides together, there will be a vast connection everybody can walk upon, thus bridging the gap.
Well, that wraps up today's show. Reporting for RNE-TV Live, I'm Lillian Mirosevich.
And I'm Zoe Beecraft. Remember, it's a great day to be a Cavalier.
Okay.